Here are 5 board games to help you learn product development skills. Now, these are 5 that stood out to me, and that cover a handful of aspects that dictate success in developing a product. But there's certainly others, so feel free to add your own in the comments. Pandemic. Pandemic is a cooperative game in which players work together to stop outbreaks. It's totally based on cross-functional collaboration, and you have to definitely balance between putting out fires and developing a solution. Sound familiar? You'll not win this game if you don't know how to, handle your function, but then also be able to help out other functions when they get overloaded. Captain Sonar. Cross-functional collaboration totally fails if you can't communicate. You have to be able to do it even when the pressure's on. And in the Captain Sonar, you're in a submarine and your core team's the captain, the first mate, the engineer, and the radio operator. You all have your different functions, but if you fail to communicate under the time pressure and you just kind of like hang out in your silo, your project will be dead in the water. All right, how could I resist that pun? 7 wonders. Now, your product may not be one of the 7 wonders, but it's certainly subject to the following reality. In the early phases of product development, you lay the foundation of your strategy and your success. And in this game, you're an ancient civilization, and while you can optimize all that you want to happen later in your development, the range of your success is really determined early in the project. Despite this, organizations always seem to be in a rush to get through that critical time up front. The winners of 7 wonders take time early to thoughtfully define their technological path. Settlers of Catan. Now, in product development, you need to get uncomfortable with uncertainty, but that does not mean that all outcomes have the same likelihood. In fact, a major part of gaining that comfort is building an understanding of probability. To be successful at Settlers of Catan, you have to overcome a scarcity of resources and manage risk using a probabilistic perspective. Will your vendor deliver what you need before the next build? Will your competitor steal the industry recognition award out from underneath you? Knowing how to manage the uncertainty of these types of things is key. Mysterium. Product development often fails because we build products based on our perspective instead of the user's perspective. Mysterium is a game of empathy and interpretation where one player, the ghost, can communicate only through ambiguous images. Now, to win, the ghost has to stop thinking about what the images mean to them and start thinking about how the users, who play the role of psychics, the other players, will interpret those images. You really need to break out your customer mind meld skills to be successful as the ghost in Mysterium. And if you want to make great products, that's what you gotta do. So those are the 5 games to help you with your product development skills. What did I miss? So like and subscribe, share, and again, add a comment on what you think I should have had on my list.